So, hello, secret code name Horseshoe, and welcome to the full moon in Gemini mirror analysis readings. This reading is intended to address where your perspective may be short-sighted, or a better way of putting it might be low-sighted, meaning the perspective holds a vibration that is lower than the reality you wish to manifest, right? And is therefore keeping you stuck. So, we are going to attempt to unstick your perspective and elevate the vibration of a new one for you so that you can make progress and move forward. With this reading, you have presented yourself as the Eight of Pentacles, with the Nine of Wands below you, the Six of Pentacles above you, the Four of Cups behind you, which is essentially what is anchoring you or keeping your progress from being had. Okay, that is where the perspective that is low in its vibration comes from. And the Hermit card is what is in front of you. The first step Spirit is offering you as advice with Anapausis, which is the card from the White Light Oracle that was pulled for you as guidance, card number 4. Okay, so what does this mean? The Eight of Pentacles as the self, okay, means that you have meticulously and diligently made a concerted effort to root away or prune away any part of yourself that is not serving. If you think about a tree or something that's growing, right? It's not yet established, but it's growing. It's almost like you've seen every dead limb, every weak branch, and have pruned away everything weak about yourself, right? That you have meticulously looked over every single aspect of the self and have faced every weak spot, right? And removed it. Extreme diligence. So much so that it's getting much, much harder to find things to remove. At first glance, it's seemingly perfect. On closer inspection, it still seems relatively perfect. And upon even further scrutiny, the mind would play tricks on you and say, well, maybe this isn't right, but there's nothing that really seems that wrong with it. It might be able to recover. Do I cut it off or leave it? You're getting to that point where it's almost like you're unsure of what to do with little things that pop up within the self. The Nine of Wands below in the Hermetic Tarot is the Lord of great strength. It takes a lot of strength to do what you did. Making such an effort dissecting the self. Wondering if some aspect of yourself would fall short later and deciding whether or not to shift it now. Or allowing it the opportunity to rebound and become strong again. So that you don't, over prune yourself and feel like there's nothing left. So you can still feel full. You want to succeed, right? Six of Pentacles is the Lord of material success. You want to succeed in the material plane, the 3D world. You want to be able to give endlessly to people. And the reality is that comes from experience. Now, what's holding you back? The Four of Cups in Hermetic Tarot is the Lord of blended pleasure. It's empathy. Cancerian energy. It's like quadruple Cancerian energy. You are a nurturer, and a nurturer and a nurturer again. So much so that the pleasure that being able to nurture another brings you actually causes you to miss opportunities. Nurturing the way that you understand nurturance to be. Being present for someone, giving them your time, financially supporting them, emotionally supporting them, helping them solve problems, right? Mental support, psychological support, reminding them they're a good person, reminding them they can do this, being a motivating factor. You might see nurturance as all these things. And you might have looked at that part of yourself and wondered whether or not you should cut it away. Because it's not necessarily unhealthy to do that. But it might potentially need to be pruned away later. So do you just do it now, right? It's kind of like that's where the point you're at. Allow that to stay. But also allow it a chance to rebound and recover later. It might not be what you choose to focus on right now. You might shift your focus elsewhere. Because you'll revisit it at another time. See if it really does need to get pruned off, or see if it's rebounded and become healthy part of yourself again. Because right now, with the Hermit card being in front of you as the first step, it's not about the damage of the tree. It's about the snakes that might be making a home of it. It's not you that is damaged, but the snakes that would wrap themselves around you and snip or bite or poison anyone that would come to admire you, that would come to gain nourishment from you, that the snakes would act as a ward and keep you from receiving whatever beautiful or positive experience you would be able to create for someone else. A great way to nurture others is to simply be your beautiful self and allow the experience of you to be beautiful. If people find nurturance in that, they find nurturance in that. If people decide to witness your beauty and walk away, they witness your beauty and walk away. But you will simply be rooted and beautiful where you are. If you're going to cut anything out, get rid of the snakes. The people who would keep you all to themselves and take up your time and take up your energy and have you feel alone. Because no one wants to get close to you, right? If there's a snake on the tree. And if you're too busy dissecting yourself, you're not looking at the snake who's hiding underneath your roots. Where's the snake in your life? Who is it? Who's the one scaring people away? In a sense, right? Metaphorically speaking. Who is the one, quote unquote, warning people not to get close to you? Is the snake also you? Are you warning people not to get close to you? You don't have to do that. You just simply draw healthy boundaries as the tree. You can witness my beauty, but you can't take me with you. I'm firmly rooted where I am. You cannot uproot me and move me somewhere else. I'm happy with who I am and where I am. This is what Spirit is asking you to take a look at. Why would any part of you or your environment or experience ward people or warn people away from you? You're not damaged. You have thoroughly looked over yourself to where there is no damage left. You've reflected on all of it. There is nothing wounded looking about you or your energy, which might be why people flock to you. Naturally want to. It might be the idea that you were damaged that is essentially the snake. Because you're not actually damaged. But thinking that you are is what is keeping people at bay, or keeping you from experiencing the beauty of other people and their experience in your life. Because maybe they can't take you, they can't take the tree. But maybe you would give them an apple from your tree. And they can take the seeds of the beautiful nourishment that you've given them and plant the seeds elsewhere. You might not be able to go elsewhere with them, but it doesn't mean they can't enjoy the nourishment of you wherever they decide to set root. But if you don't let people get close to you, they'll never be able to take the best parts of you with them. You follow? Okay. The guidance. Anapausis, card number 4. It says, do not give up, but allow your heart to disengage from your struggles. Give yourself much needed rest. You are in a phase of recovery. If you have been off your path, you are going to come back strong. You will regain your spark of passion, inspiration, and devotion. A certain order of events needs to take place for your soul path to come to fruition. Commit yourself to your sacred journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. The Greek word anapausis refers to the cessation of work so one can regain strength, new vitality, and heighten creative productivity. It is a rest for success. The Oracle of Anapausis advises physical, emotional, and psychological rest to reset yourself. That might mean switching off without fear or guilt. It is likely to mean giving up worries and the constant replay of the anxiety-ridden speculations. Find some spaciousness and pleasure within and around yourself so you may experience healing and renewal. If you have been considering working with a healer or as one, this is confirmation to pursue such a path. The Oracle also recommends finding spiritual rest even if you are still working hard. Spiritual rest happens when we take sanctuary in the sacred. We give up trying to become something or other and instead fully attend to the task at hand, completely engaged in the moment. When we do so, we are trusting that the universe knows what it is doing, that we are a part of a greater unfolding plan. In modern culture, we can aspire to become, quote, someone. someone visible, someone influential, someone powerful, someone important. Yet no matter how much worldly or even spiritual power a person may appear to have, the idea that one person is more important than another belongs to the realm of ego. Spirit loves and respects all beings equally, you included. What our world needs are more people who are spiritually connected to their hearts and the equality between us. As you become such a being, others will seek you out. You don't need to set yourself up as being anything at all. You can enjoy the relief of giving up any obsession with appearances or external validation by simply being your best self. Dive deep into the nourishing inner realm of your own soul with trust in all that is and all that shall be. Free from distracting and disempowering pursuits, you may connect, rest, and restore yourself with a real sense of your spiritual beauty, value, and presence. In the space of restful immersion, you realize you are enough. Anapausis brings special guidance for those who have been going through deeply challenging struggles of mind, body, and soul. Perhaps you feel exhausted, confused, or afraid. Even if you are still going strong in the outer world, you have a need for spiritual convalescence. You are encouraged to allow yourself adequate rest and to engage in activities geared toward healing. This oracle recognizes there is something you have been working hard to bring into being. And with a little more trust in your spiritual connection, you'll find the way easier and more joyful. You don't need to push yourself so hard. Spirit can sustain you through your devotion and commitment, so that every effort you make is more than matched by the inflow of spiritual grace. Don't allow your mind or the deranged ways of this world to create weariness and yet another drama. Take rest in the spiritual light of love. Rest from fear, rest from anxiety, rest from needing to work it all out right now. Even on your most confusing or most productive days, you can find renewal in spirit. It is always available to you, even right now. This speaks about exactly what I was talking about. You don't have to work so hard at yourself. When you have reached a place where you understand you are as healed as you can possibly be in this moment, and you are meant to be enjoyed for who you are, where you are, and that people can stay or go as they please, and it's not going to affect the health of the tree. It's not going to affect you adversely. They can take rest in your shade. They can take nourishment from your fruits. They can admire how beautiful you are, how strong you are. They can put you on a pedestal. But you're not going to do those things. You're going to just be. You deserve to be put up on this big, tall hill where everyone can see you. You deserve to be put on a pedestal. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that you see me that way. But I'm just me. Happy where I am. And I don't feel the need to be put on a pedestal and displayed like that. I'm happy where I am. I appreciate your admiration, but I'm happy where I am, doing what I'm doing. providing shade here and there for people passing by. A place for children to play in. Whatever I am in the moment, for whoever needs me in the moment. Just being myself. I like myself the way I am. Being at peace. I hope this reading helps. Gives you a perspective. I hope it gives you a perspective that allows you to not be so self-critical. You're not damaged, darling. You're not dealing with dis-ease. And any disease that would touch you, you are strong enough and healthy enough to withstand it affecting you. You can overcome it and continue to be beautiful and strong and nourishing as you are. With that said, this is the last moon event of 2021, and I do hope it serves you well. And I look forward to reading for you next year. My love and support is with you always. Until next time, take care.